You are watching CIOTV by Enterprise IT World, a production of Accent Infomedia.
Today, technology, we can say ML, AI is very, very popular technology, and most of people are, creating, converting in use case, very effective use case, rather you can say. RP, another good technology, we can say, and most of people getting implemented. But again, degree of tough and easy depend upon how you can adopt those technology and what is the technology is very, very good.
Hello and welcome. You're watching CIOTV.live. In a series of interviews, we try to understand the perspectives of CIOs and IT leaders on various technologies and their strategies. On the show today, we have Mr. Manoj Srivastava, Vice President, Information Technology, EaseTrip Planners, joining us. Mr. Srivastava, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Anisha, for giving me an opportunity to share my view. Yeah, we are ready to reply all
Right.
your queries.
Right. A quick bio of Mr. Srivastava. He has more than 25 plus years in the airline industry. He's been associated with this industry. He's evaluated and implemented the industry's best economical and customer centric applications, right from PSS, DCM, CRM, IVE to the industry's most critical applications like MRO. And he has contributed to development of custom built applications, the frequent flyer program for airlines as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Srivastava. There's been a lot of hue and cry over digital transformation recently. What is your perspective on digital transformation, uh, and where do you think you are in this term, in this journey?
All right, thank you very much for giving me a platform to share my view in digital transformation. So, I'm hearing from the different ICIO forum, digital transformation is a kind of buzzword last couple of years we are listening. But yes, every CIO have own perspective to taking care of amount of digitizing entire journey, that based on their industry best practices. So yes, we have also adopted the digital transformation last couple of years, and we're starting, delivering or implementing those area where we found value-added services as per my industry. Take example for the bot management and RPA and kind of cloud computing. So these are journey, I must say, and we evolve those product and services during my journey in digital transformation. And most important factor is we cannot take any product, any services which is just because of digital transformation. We always evaluate based on our industry, which is really required and really required in terms of value addition services for the customer and as well as our internal customer.
Right. Mr. Srivastava, for the hospitality industry, the last couple of years have been quite rough. Now, you're using technology to make it easier to reduce costs, to make it efficient for airline companies. And of course, yeah, I'm sure you use applications to build customer recall and brand value, loyalty as well. So, at a time where the business visibility is a little muddled, what is the focus of the technology applications you're using? Which are the processes you want to apply these in?
Okay, so since you know that hospitality industry, especially airlines, airport, and hotel industry is not doing well last couple of years just because of pandemic, one of the basic reason, and also OTA also have a similar kind of activity because OTA doesn't carry any kind of inventory by own. We are connected with the airlines, airport, hotels industry, and consuming their inventory for selling the product. Yes, last couple of years, we can say is because of industry is downfalling, business is sinking because of pandemic. Entire global airlines is closed down and their operation. Now I can say they're starting the operation once again, hopefully. So in terms of technical standpoint, yes, technology is being always valued for the industry, and wherever we have a legacy system, most important airline industry last 40 years managing their legacy system, and we would like to one by one be limiting those legacy system and putting the new generation the IT product in the cloud-based setup. So in general, I can say there are long best practice we adopted. Start from customer service application with back office operation with the MRO system. In fact, so those area we are moving kind of expensive legacy system with the cloud-based computing kind of environment today, we can say. And most important thing is industry is not believing the long time licensing based product. There are a lot of open source application available as per industry standard, or you can say as per cost factor, which is most important. We can we can plug in those of the available of the product, and we can buy, and yes, we can use it. And a couple of applications is very, very expensive in terms of implementation, in terms of technology costs. So probably we can believe to go with in-house development, and so that we have own hand to customize those services as and when required.
Right. You have so much experience with digital transformation, and you witnessed the digital transformation journey of several organizations from close quarters. You've helped created IT roadmaps and digital strategies. So, in your mind, how does it all start? Is it a step-by-step approach? How do you assess, plan, and then decide?
Yeah, we always believing as a being a CIO, we always believing a step-by-step approach because a digital transformation journey is like to depend upon the organization to organization. We are looking digital transformation in some other perspective, probably in an online kind of industry. Similarly, like automobile industry doing some different way. So as I said earlier, digital transformation is a different meaning for all the CIO different of all industry practice. So step by step approach is a very proven and very robust delivery of the digital transformation. Whether you can talk about bot, or you can talk about even the blockchain technology, we talk about RPA or AI, ML, all those area we have to go with the step-by-step approach. Another way we can say the agile process. So that one we piece we develop, we done the UT and deliver it. So that creating a little more confidence in terms of delivery. So and yes, we in the industry, most of industry adopting the step-by-step approach, and we implement those practices. And as far as technology is concerned, we are moving from the open source, from the legacy technology to open source, so that cost also is very important to optimize. So we, as a CIO, basically we always keep in mind our optimization cost is always in our first priority, and also we can also take the product of the cell, which is very suitable and value add for our industry.
Now, with the new COVID variant around the corner. What is your preparedness for hybrid work, and how will you ensure cybersecurity in parallel in such a situation?
Well, that's a very interesting question because last couple of months, basically, we have faced a lot of challenges in terms of pandemic scenario. We have seen everybody's seen the different different lifestyle. So I can say the pandemic created a new, you know, thought process. They're giving the leverage to this rethinking from the different perspective, especially in IT landscape. So as a CIO, also we are, you know, thinking from different angle how we can deal with the anywhere kind of environment, anywhere we can work. So yes, during the pandemic we have done a lot of changes happen, and during the e-commerce space, basically starting from people are working from home, we given full access for accessing the cloud and the environment. Last mile we created very strong and very secure so that people are comfortably working from home. Number one. Last mile in terms of bandwidth also we given the good number of bandwidth, enough bandwidth so that people are working from very comfortably access our cloud application. And same time, we also implemented DLP so that regarding data production, so probably we can ensure all the user they can access, legally can access all the application, database or any kind of information. Third important point is basically, client also have a comfortable to access those information which is available on cloud. So pandemic, of course, given very good learning phase, especially for central location application, how to remotely we can access. Now we are ready to deal with any kind of variant today, whether it is Omicron or any of the variant has come. So we are ready, and I can say it's a kind of portable environment we created. Not only work from home, work from anywhere.
Okay, work from anywhere. For your company, what are the technologies that you're looking to try out, or have you already tried these out, like AR, VR, AI, analytics? How are they impacting e-commerce organizations?
Really not, because we are learning, understanding all the AI, ML, bot. So this is, yes, we are not saying it's bad or good, but yes, we are doing the practice, and also whenever we feel this is a really going to be value add, we're going to introduce. So it's not like say ML AI is required for industry, not necessary, but yes, whatever we develop, we have to make sure that going to be adopted by industry and people, and especially for client, not because of this is a value add, this is just because of what we have to infuse. No, we have a process to understand this is really this process and this product is really required to reduce the market or not. That's number one. Number two, and most important thing before introducing implementation, in doing the implementation, basically we try to evaluate ourselves and do the lot of testing in house. That's more important factor, because I don't want to go with any half-cooked kind of product in the market so that we can roll back. So I don't want to in any kind of situation. So yes, we are going step by step, as I said earlier, and we introduce those products and services online. especially which is very, very relevant for our industry. And we adopted, we are okay with adopt any kind of technology, whether it is ML or MI or bot, you can say, or WhatsApp. So we are open to all channels to communicate to our customer.
Okay. Um, what about cloud? Are you using cloud computing? And a lot of people have migrated to the cloud in the aftermath of the pandemic. But there's no doubt that cloud has its advantages. But there are also these risks and threats, especially when it comes to cybersecurity. Uh, what's your view on cloud and the cloud-related challenges?
Okay, so number one, yes, cloud is definitely is going to be easy life, make the easy life of the any of the industry, because cloud is a kind of ready product available. You can immediately migrate or whatever going to be introduced in the market. That is readily available. That's for sure. Second is depend upon nature of your organization. Like say, if you take us our case, like say, EaseMyTrip is always is an e-commerce space totally, and 95% activity is on cloud based. So any customer they can buy a flight, hotel, car rental services online. So we have to have a cloud solution, and we are last 10 years we are running a cloud environment, and we are pretty okay. But as a longer run, it's very important to manage the cloud computing, because you know that when you moving the application from on-prem to cloud is going to be very, very vulnerable, because of what is kind of information you moving in the cloud, that make sure that should be very, very sensitive, and that cannot be open, that cannot be vulnerable. So same time, as amount of cloud application you are moving the cloud, make sure that cannot be vulnerable, that cannot be anybody can access. So that's make sure the cyber security should be addressed properly. That's number one. Second is cloud is a really is very, very expensive now in longer run. So make sure only those information, those applications we move on cloud, which is customer centric, so that all the customers they can easily accessible. The second important point is all the back office operation, all the application which is not very, very, very important, and all the internal customer they can use. Probably you can put in the on-prem or maybe co-location kind of server, you can use it. Most important thing is you have to have balance between on-prem application to cloud, and should be proper synchronization should be in take place. I mean, other word we can say we should have a hybrid model where you can always keep balancing between cloud and on-prem. So another word we can say cloud adoption should be there and must be there, and everybody should be go with the cloud, but based on their requirement, based on their business requirement or technology, they can how much they can afford, they have to go with the cloud.
But you're saying that going completely to the cloud is not feasible. Is that what you're saying? That it
Of
has to
course,
be a mix?
yeah. So complete move the cloud is not advisable, because in long run, as I said earlier, is a very, very risky when you have application or database or information, such information in the cloud. So is going to be very, very vulnerable. So make sure as you move in the cloud, your security should be have proper addressed. And best practices, I think the hybrid model is the more balanced approach to going the cloud computing. And wherever you have a cloud and on-prem, that is proper segmentation between.
All right. What about using a social media strategy for creating business value and channels for growth at a time when business may be a little on a slowdown because of circumstances beyond your control? What should your social media strategy look like?
Well, social media is definitely going to be very, very good, platform where we can, especially for e-commerce business, all those customer, all those people, we can track them, and we can also promote social media channel, use the social media channel for promotion or connecting with the customer. That's very, very important. I'm is my team very professionally using all those social media channels, and we internally we created a scorecard on the social media platform, and we identify those customer liking, disliking, and traveling behavior. So based on that, we generate the promotion scheme and we approach them. So yes, we are very much effectively using social media channel.
There are so many challenges of aligning the best user technologies with business strategies and business goals. So sometimes they don't match. In the real world, businesses operate with a lot of constraints of time, budget, and manpower. So as a CIO, how do you bridge this gap?
Well, it's always there. I mean, it's a very, very challenging, but being a CIO, we should be have focus, which is required, not required. So that's we have always a boundary line in terms of what is the requirement. It's not like say we need to have technology, we have to go about that. So in terms of implementation, in terms of timeline, and kind of product involved, technology involved. So we all, this is always challenge for CIO to select the right product for right people. So and most important thing is, let's suppose you already created the infrastructure and IT landscape, which is very very informative, very very approachable for your kind of environment. But the challenging part is your partner and your business partner also have a similar kind of product or services, so that we have a responsive technology which complement each other. So it's not like say you are isolation, you can develop something and you are very technologically very strong, but that is not the case, because same time you have to work the business in the same environment. So your partner and your service provider also have a responsive, and they complement with the technology. So I would say it's not always the balancer, but yes, we have to two important factors we have to balance in terms of time and money. And what is going to be ROI factor is very important. Whenever you go to select any product or services, that should be aligned with your ROI.
Okay, so ROI is also very important. As for you, what should be the top technologies that CIOs should focus on for 2022?
Well, it's not tough actually. Nothing is tough. Everything is depends your how much you can comfortable or how much you can adopt those technologies. Let's suppose we talking about cryptocurrency is very tough. A blockchain is very tough because that's going to be connected with the chain, and everybody feels like this is going to be not possible, or there are a lot of discussion happening around, but we don't find any solution ready available where the blockchain can be connected all the dots and we can create a product. So challenge is only thing is level of optimization, what you are doing, what we are doing. That's the most important thing. But it's not nothing impossible today.
No, I understand that possibilities are many, but what do you think will be the most popular technologies or the go-to technologies for 2022?
In today terminology, we can say ML, AI is very, very popular technology, and most of people are, creating, converting in use case, very effective use case, rather you can say. RP, another good technology, we can say, and most of people getting implemented. But again, degree of tough and easy depend upon how you can adopt those technology, and what is the technology is very, very good and adopted for your industry. That's most important. For example, RPA, that's a very good product or very good technology in the automobile industry, for example, where IoT is being implemented. Now, AI, ML is, or even NLP is very good if you have a historical data, if you have something doing for analysis, data analysis, or maybe data science, if rather, so those area ML AI is going to be very useful product to implement. So as
All
I
right.
said earlier, this is very important. Gauge your technology based on your requirement.
All right. So before you deploy the technology, see what your requirement is as well. Thank you so
Yeah, that's
much.
very important. Yeah, absolutely. As
Thank you so much.
yeah, even though we try to talk to all the forum, it's not necessary what everybody is talking about what we should be have what. No, we have to evaluate our internal, let's say required or not required. That most important factor for any of the decision journey, I must say.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Srivastava, for joining us this morning and sharing with us your views on everything technology and the role that the CIOs have to play in the organizations of the future. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
With that, we wrap up this conversation. I hope you've enjoyed this chat. We'll be back with another interview with a senior IT leader shortly and soon enough. Join us again.